Hey there, today we're going to be talking about how to handle difficult behaviors in our classroom. I'm Charlotte with Colorful Teaching for You, and this is a very important topic because so many teachers have been leaving the classroom because this past year we have had, oh my goodness, a crazy amount of behavioral issues. And the reason we're doing this is because I don't want you to get to this point where you are leaving to work on your emotional health and your physical health. Realistically, you should be working on that, but I don't want you to leave the profession because I'm sure you're an excellent teacher. That's why you're here. So we're going to look at how to handle children who are exhibiting difficult behaviors, but not just when they're behaving in this way, but also how to get them to a point where they don't even get to this stage because they've already learned how to manage their emotions. Now, this article or this video here is not meant to label a child as being difficult, but it's just to show that a child might exhibit difficult behaviors. That's it. I wanted to make sure that was clear. All right, so let's get into the strategies really quickly. The first strategy is to find your safe space. Now, we are not all given an EA or educational assistant in our class, so we do not have the ability to always ask them to take our children to a sensory space to calm down a child, right? And even if you do have an EA, you may not have a sensory area for your child in your school. So it is important for you to actually create one of these spaces in your classroom, and I have a free guide that will help you do exactly that. It's going to walk you through the steps of how to create this space on a minimalistic budget, so you may not have to spend anything at all if you even need to, and you'll be able to create this space with everything that you already have. If you are interested, check out my free resource library, www.colorfulteaching4u.com/freebies. Now, colorful has a U in it, and I will link to that in the description as well. The reason for this is you want your kids, when they are exhibiting when they're becoming really emotional, to be able to go to the space and calm down. You will need to pre-teach this ahead of time so that your children are ready. When they feel the emotions arising, they can go and they can use the space calmly. They'll know how to clean up. They'll know how to manage the space and how to manage themselves. All right? The second step is to learn to take responsibility. So it is very important to teach our children how to take responsibility for their actions. We've got so many kids who always blame themselves. I didn't start it. He did. He told me to do it, that kind of thing. And so instead of having them blame somebody else, teach them the importance of taking responsibility. Now, when they take responsibility, though, it is your I was going to say responsibility, but it is important for you not to show them anger, right? In fact, instead, praise them for actually taking responsibility and then help them work through the issue itself. You don't have to be happy about if they did something wrong, and you can let them know you're not that happy, but instead of focusing on the negativity, start to move toward how they can help themselves. All right, the next one is model positive behavior. So here it is important children learn through watching, not just when we teach them by verbally saying. So what you're going to do here is in two parts. We're going to actually teach them first by if there's a problem, well, how do we solve this problem? All right, when they exhibit the issue or they tell you what the issue is, we talk them through it, and then we show them how we as the adult would solve this problem. And we model it, we act it out, we brainstorm it out. And as they're watching us go through it, they will start to see how to manage their emotions and their behaviors. So when the time comes, they'll know exactly how to do it. This exercise will just become second nature to them. All right? The fourth step is teach conflict resolution. So I like to start this from a place of empathy. So how does this other person feel when I've wronged them? How would I feel knowing that they're maybe upset or angry, right? And if somebody did something to me the same thing I've done to that person, how would I feel in this situation? Because when children come from an empathetic point of view, you get children who are calmer and who are able to better think and then solve an issue. So first of all, we want them to first think about how they're going to manage it. We're going to also help them work through negative self-talk, because so many of us talk to ourselves in a negative way. So how do we calm ourselves down? Listen to the voice, acknowledge it, and then look at the positive. Look at how we can change that into positive self-talk. Look at how we can talk to another person in a positive way. So it's all about conflict resolution. All right, so these are my 4 steps. If you heard some screaming there, my son just came home and he is very loud. Sorry about that. So let's recap really quickly. We've talked about the importance of applying different solutions to help our children with who are exhibiting difficult behaviors. We've talked about how to manage them, and we've looked at 4 different strategies. Number 1, find your safe space. Number 2, learn to take, I should do it this way, find your safe space, learn to take responsibility, model positive self-talk, and 4, teach conflict resolution. All right? If you have any questions about how to apply any of these things, please do let me know. And in the meantime, remember to create, experience, and teach from the heart. Thank you for joining me. Take care.